So today I am showing you how to make a ribbed border to a blanket. This is my little swatch that I'm using to teach you how to do this today. This is one of my favorite crocheting borders to use. I just think it looks very professional, clean, and crisp. And so we're gonna dive right in. So again, this isn't specific to any pattern. This is just teaching you how to do this border. So if you have a crochet blanket that you've made and you wanna add this border, all you're gonna need to do is take whatever hook size you were already using for that pattern and the yarn, and you will begin by going all the way around your blanket with just single crochets. So make sure when you get to your corners of your blanket that you put 3 single crochets in each corner. So that means, if you're new and you might not know what that terminology is, basically the very last stitch on each row, you will put 3 single crochets. So work a single crochet in the stitch, then go back into that exact same stitch and work another single crochet, then go into that exact same stitch again and work another single crochet for 3 single crochets. The reason for this is so that you can have a nice rounded edge, and it helps your project lay very nice and professional. It won't have bumps and weirdness going on. So I've gone all the way around, all the way to my last stitch, and I did that purposefully just in case you needed to know how to close it. So I did my last stitch. Here's my first stitch, and all I'm gonna do is come over and grab that stitch, and we're just going to do what's called a slip stitch. And so now those are all nice and joined together, and we are ready to begin our faux ribbing. So faux ribbing can be as high or as short as you want it. That totally is a preference and does not matter. You just got to make sure that if you do 4 stitches high, that you do 4 stitches high all the way around. So this will require a little bit more attention. So if you're in a setting where you can't quite count or pay attention, maybe hold off until you can do that, because you do want to make sure that you don't have any kind of bubbling or rippling. Everything should be laying perfectly flat. When I first did this, I wasn't paying attention and thinking, oh, I totally got the hang of it. And then after I got about that much done, my project was kind of doing this weird like bubble looking thing, and I realized I had added stitches, and so you just got to be careful. Alrighty, so what I'm gonna do is chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So this will give us a nice little height. Then in the second chain from the hook, so this one doesn't count, we're talking about these little V's right here. We have 1, 2. In the second chain from the hook, I'm gonna insert, and I'm gonna yarn over and just do a single crochet. And so essentially what's happening, so let me try to explain this as I'm moving along. What's happening is we're working our way back down to the base. So you're just going in each stitch. So that was 2. Here's 3. And then 4, that last one. So we just did single crochets back down. So now what needs to happen is we've got to attach this down here. So what you'll do first is you'll come down to the next stitch. So here, we're coming right out of here, we're gonna go into the next stitch. We're just gonna slip stitch, just like that. And then slip stitch to the next space. And now we're going to turn our work. Now what we just did, we did our little bar, we slip stitch to the next space. That brings our ribbing to where it kind of comes and lays like this. Then we slip stitch to the next space, because now we're ready to begin the faux ribbing portion. So remember, you only have 4 stitches you need to do. So here's what I like to do just to ensure that I'm not adding stitches. I count from the top versus from this direction. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I see exactly where I need to place my hook. We're going in the back loops here too, not into the full stitch. So you're working single crochets in the back loop. So I start at the top here and I count backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4. versus this way, because the tendency is to count that slip stitch. And when you do, this winds up not being straight across and you start adding stitches at the bottom. So just to alleviate that issue, count from here and work your way down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to do, oh, let me put my working yarn on this side. I'm just going to do 4 single crochets in the back loop. There's 2, 3, and then at the end, make sure you grab it, 4, and now we're going to turn. You really start to see it the more rows you work up. So chain 1, and now we're going to work our way back down. So the chain 1 counts as that first single crochet. So that's 1, and it's coming out. If you see that little loop right there, it's coming out of that. So that's 1, and there's 2. So 2, 3, and 4. Hopefully this isn't confusing. If you're a newbie, maybe don't try this one at first, just because it might be a little confusing. So that's 3. Here's the last one for 4. And if you guys want me to do this in a different color so you can see a little bit better, I don't have a problem doing that either. So again, we're down back at the bottom. If we look, our stitch is coming out of this hole, so we slip stitch to this next one, slip stitch laying it flat, and then slip stitch to the next one, turn, and we begin our new row. Count from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into that space and work your single crochets up to the top. Go all the way back up to the top, just like that. Make sure something gets stuck to your yarn. Turn and chain 1. Remember that chain 1 counts. So we go for 2 into the next stitch, and we're just going right back down. 3, 4. Now we're at a corner, and this is where it's a little bit different. So you see we're coming out of this space right here. So we slip stitch and slip stitch to the next one. Turn. Remember that we count from the top, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3, and 4. So now what we're doing is we're going to work, like change our orientation, and we're going to instead start going across like this, and I'll show you exactly what to do. So once you get to the end of that row, flip it. Now chain up 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exactly what we did here at the beginning, we're gonna do here, and we're gonna work this way. So if you see, we were working this way. Once we get to the end, we turn and we're changing our orientation. We're now making the ribbing coming across the top. And so each time you get to a corner, you do that very last one, and then you're gonna totally change your orientation again and go along the top. So I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we chained up 5, then the second chain from the hook, this doesn't count, it's 1, 2. You'll work 1, 2, 3, and 4. We came out of that stitch, so we're going to slip stitch this one, slip stitch to the next one, and then turn our work like this. Counting from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. We do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, and 4 single crochet. Turn, chain 1, and hopefully you're understanding what I'm saying. So here's our ribbing working this way, and now our ribbing is working this way. We chained up 1, that 1 counts. So here's 2, 3, 4. We're coming out of this spot. So we slip stitch, and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 1. I've got a kiddo singing downstairs. 2, 3, and 4. And then again, it's just repeating that over and over and over. And once you get all of your ribbing done, again, each corner, your orientation changes. Once you get it blocked, everything will lay perfectly flat and you'll have a gorgeous, gorgeous ribbing. Now, a couple of pointers. You notice that I said chain 5, but you only wound up doing 4 single crochet. If you wanted to do 6 high, you would want to chain 7, because that first one is what helps us get 6 single crochet. If you only chained up 6, you would actually have a total of 5 stitches, okay? So determine how high you want to go and always do 1 extra. If you want it to be 8 stitches, make sure you chain up 9. If you want it to be 12 stitches, make sure you chain up 13, so on and so forth. And once you get all the way back around to here, you just do a slip stitch like what we did at the very beginning whenever we started. So again, if you are just really struggling seeing the white yarn, leave a comment down below and I will do this again in a different color so you can see it better. I might even use not so thick of a yarn, because sometimes it's kind of hard to see in the blanket yarn just because of how plush it is. So if you're struggling, don't lose hope. Comment down below and say, please do it in a thinner yarn or a different color yarn or both. And I will be sure to put that together for you. So hopefully this was helpful. You're kind of getting the idea and you understand a little bit about how to add the ribbing to a blanket. Really simple. Just begin with that single crochet all the way around as kind of your base, making sure to put 3 single crochet stitches in each corner. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next tutorial.